Hello and welcome everyone. This is Phantom PhD, and you're watching episode 1 of my Baldur's Gate 3 immersive roleplay experience. This is different from past playthroughs, as this one will not be using optimized pathing, trading, and combat tactics. Instead, all decisions, actions, and dialogue choices will be made from the point of view of a character I developed. This character has a backstory, personality, ideals, and traits. Basically, think of it as I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons in Baldur's Gate 3, sort of acting out my character within the context of the game. Now, this is an edited version of the playthrough that I live stream on Twitch. So, if you're interested in watching me play live, follow my channel on Twitch. The link will be in the description below. So for now, let's get into the rest of this video. The rest of the time that you hear my voice will be from the actual live stream. So let's see. I need to make sure options are. So to avoid any penalties on Twitch or YouTube, there's certain things I need to deactivate. So I'm not going to show any genitals. uh, let's see. Show cinematic sexual content and moments of extreme violence. I'm fine with that. As I said, when I put it on YouTube, I'll do some edit first. I'll do some editing first, so not everything's going to be up on there. So I shouldn't get into too much trouble. Uh, we'll see. New game, custom. All right. So the rule set. So the standard, which goes up to yeah, so standard rule set is a classic Baldur's Gate 3 experience. And then there's the honor rule set. So we're gonna play this kind of like an honor mode, but we're not gonna have the single save slot. That drove me wild. Enemy aggression on tactician. So we're gonna introduce the challenge. Enemy can crit. I'm gonna keep this mostly as vanilla as possible. I think camp costs are double on yeah. Traverseful hero, no. I think this is the normal trader price modifier. Allow multi-classing, yes. Always prompt reactions. Let's see. Hide NPC health. Now these are all just like high difficulty class, their own class was nope. Alright, so I think these are the normal rules, like honor mode plays it out. But the only difference between custom honor and regular honor is just we will have multiple save files. Alright, let's begin, shall we?
And I'm back. Now, don't say. All right, so this is where we're going to learn more about the character for this immersive role play. So, of course, it's going to be custom. And the race is going to be Drow. So, Drow is kind of a dark elf. They live in the Underdark. There's several versions of Drow. In the game, they just have the ones that are sworn to Loth, who is the demonic queen of spiders. And then there's the Seldarine Drow that reject Loth and mostly live on the surface. So there's a reason behind this, and I'll actually read off kind of the backstory that's been created for this character. So again, there's the Loth-sworn Drow, so raised in a cult within the main city of Benzobaranzan. But we're again going to be Seldarine. So these are more like refugee Drows that escaped Loth's clutches and want to settle somewhere away from Benzobaranzan. So there's Loth and there's Seldarine. So we're going to be the Seldarine Drow. Yay! So let me actually provide the backstory for the character. I think it's about time we actually kind of get to know more about who I'm going to be playing. And it actually will be a female. So I'm actually going to be role-playing as a female. No, I'm not doing any voice acting or other kind of stuff, but... So the character goes by the name of Mayaenatha. So this is the sword dancer of Eilistraee. So Eilistraee is actually the it's actually a deity as well. So Eilistraee actually is the chaotic drow goddess of beauty, song, dance, freedom, and hunting. So she is known within the Drow pantheon as the the Dark Seldarine. So she goes by many names. So she is often referred to as the Dark Maiden, the Lady of Dance, Lady Silver Hair sometimes, or even the Masked Lady. But Eilistraee is actually the daughter of Corellon Lorathian, who is actually kind of ruler over all elves. You know, the Drow are or were a part of that pantheon before being casted into the Underdark. So they were kind of banished in a way from the elven pantheon, but Corellon was the protector and ruler over all elves, still is. So Eilistraee is his daughter, but also she's the daughter of Loth. So Eilistraee is actually Loth's daughter too. So those two have an inner conflict. So basically, kind of the short story behind this is Eilistraee kind of resents Loth because Loth was trying to turn her against her father, Corellon, during this giant battle. There was a battle really between kind of the Loth's Drow and other armies, as well as Corellon's armies as well. And she tried to pit the two against each other by tricking Eilistraee into almost killing her father. Fortunately, that was thwarted, but Loth was banished and Eilistraee resents her, and now they're kind of mortal enemies in a sense. So Eilistraee's followers are essentially a series of elves, drow, even humans, and other races, but mostly drow, elves, half-elves, and humans who follow her calling. She's all about song, she's all about dance, she's about beauty, she's about freedom of choice. And there's a subset of followers, clerics, that are called sword dancers. So in particularly, sword dancers are kind of the martial might of her followers. And so They are experienced in this intersection of dance and combat and music. And so they are very agile. Um, they usually wear very light armor or little clothing, and they move a lot of grace. They are more like hit and run attackers. They blend it with magic, and this is essentially how I'm building Mayaenatha, the character for this story. And so, kind of the backstory that I have for her is so she was born in Menzoberranzan, but actually was raised in Baldur's Gate. So her parents had escaped from the Underdark City. So they renounced the Spider Queen and they fled. And they brought their daughter up to Baldur's Gate. They were raised in a church that worshiped Eilistraee, the Dark Maiden. And they taught her at an early age about, darkness and light, tradition, rebellion, fear and hope. She, at a certain age, when she came of age, she fell into it. Like, she became her own a believer of it and worked in the church as a cleric. And she learned about these sword dancers, essentially, and she became very interested. So, like, she was very much a devout follower. She's very strong in the faith, but also was very intrigued by learning about these sword dancers. And so she is learning much about how to become one and being kind of like this assailant for Eilistraee and such. And so basically where this comes off is one day she was on a diplomatic mission as representatives of Eilistraee. And as she was returning, she was coming back from a dwarven enclave outside of Baldur's Gate when she was captured by the Nautiloid. So that opening scene that you saw with the mind flayers and our character was in there, she got captured. So she got picked up on her way back from Baldur's Gate. And where we are with this is like she's kind of learning the ways of the sword dancers, but haven't really got a chance to really be fully immersed in it. So during this playthrough, as the character evolves, levels up, and gains skills, she's going to eventually become this very powerful sword dancer, using a combination of music, magic, and sword fighting as part of her combat style. And the way with patch 8 coming out, they introduce a subclass that works really well with this type of setup. And so that's kind of where we go with it. So I'll talk a little bit more about her personality, and then we're going to continue with the character build outs. So her personality in this case is she's very compassionate and very idealistic. And that comes from her teaching about Eilistraee and the idea of redemption, freedom, seeing the goodness of others. So even people that may have wronged her, or people who are even under the teachings of Loth, she believes that everyone can be redeemed. She believes that everyone has some type of goodness in them, and that there's a chance to redeem people if possible. So it's like, oh, I know that you've done some terrible things, but I feel there's light in you, and we should strive to redeem you, bring you back, bring you into the fold. So she's not kind of like this, oh, if you're evil, I'll kill you. It's more so, let's see if we can kind of help you redeem yourself, in a sense. Very graceful and resilient. Her learning with combining music, dance, and sword fighting makes her a very fluid performer. So throughout the game, we'll have chances to kind of showcase her talents for the arts, for music, and for dance. Even though she's going to be well versed in combat, she's also a diplomat and will try to resolve things through conversation first. And then if it can't be resolved through diplomacy, then we'll resume combat. We'll get into having to fight. But above all else, it's important that she tries to resolve things without having to go to violence first. Additionally, she's a free thinker. So under Eilistraee, she values the freedom of choice, individual agency, everyone having the ability to make their own decisions. And so no one is confined to any, one choice or any one conformity, which is what Eilistraee preaches. So it's not like a very strict doctrine. It's more so about being able to make the choices that best shape who you are. And we'll see that on display many a time. So the last thing I'll touch on as far as her personality is she feels a lot of burden in terms of the responsibility she has being this sword dancer or prospective sword dancer. For her, she takes it as a tremendous honor, but then she also takes it very seriously in a way that if she fails, like if she can't save everyone on a mission, if she can't, redeem a person, it weighs on her heavily. She's worried that if she does not fulfill her mission down to the letter, that someone's going to suffer for it. And she's often thinking of herself like, am I truly capable of being this sword dancer, of being this true chosen of Eilistraee? And so there's a conflict for her at every junction. When she makes a decision, every action that she takes, it weighs heavily on her conscience. And so these are kind of things that really will guide the decisions that she makes and how she interacts with the environment around her, in a sense. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and complete the rest of the character development. So as I said, it's going to be a female Seldarine Drow. Her starting class will actually be a bard. So Eilistraee actually is a bard. So if you're not familiar with the deity's lore, because she's about music and dance, and a bard is pretty much about music and magic, it makes the most sense. So, and given how this is shaped up in terms of, being able to work with magic and everything like that, bard makes a lot of sense. And we're going to take a lot of levels in bard. So it's mostly going to be bard, but then also like wizard and some other things. So we'll start with bard because it makes the most sense right now. So let's see, cantrips right now. And again, some of the choices I make in terms of the build, it's not going to be optimized. It's more so for roleplay purposes. So people may like, well, Phantom, that doesn't make any sense. That spell is useless. Don't choose it. It's roleplay. Relax. It's going to be fine. All right. It's going to work out. And if the run dies, then, so be it. Like, it's just a roleplay. It's not meant to be taken seriously. So we're going to take friends and just mockery. So friends will help us on charisma checks against non-hostile creatures. Now on tactician and honor mode difficulty, when this wears off, the target will be hostile because they'll know they've been charmed. But we won't use this often, but in a pinch it'll help. Vicious mockery, basically it's a good utility spell. So it'll deal some decent damage, but also gives disadvantage on attack rolls. So it's helpful. Spells. So starting spells for our bard. So we're gonna go with Speak with Animal and Animal Friendship. So rarely do people actually pick up Animal Friendship. It's basically a way of charming a beast out in the field. So the reason we're doing this is because followers of Eilistraee are also strong with nature. So they're very much one with nature and all of its inhabitants. So a lot of followers do in fact talk with or communicate with animals in a way. either calming them or, conversation or whatnot. So, we may not use this often, but for roleplay purposes, it makes sense as a character that is heavily in tune with the nature aspect of life. Then we also have, let's see, Fairy Fire will help with advantages on attacks, and it makes sense for a drow to have this too, and Healing Word for some healing. So sword dancers, not just sword dancers, but followers of Eilistraee are also healers, so they possess very strong healing magic. So that's all the spells we're going to have for now. So starting instruments. So to the lore of followers of Eilistraee, they use either a harp, a flute, and there's another instrument I forgot. It's not in the game, but at the very least, the closest to a harp would be a lyre. And then we have a flute. So we could go with either one. I can actually find all the instruments in the game, so it doesn't matter what we start with. So I can start with a flute now and get a lyre later. I don't think I've done a lyre before with a bard. I've never done a flute. That's a big ass flute. That's an awfully big flute. You know what? Let's be different and go with the flute. So I've seen a lot of Lothsworn drow that use the lyre or the lyre. So we'll go with the flute. The background. So in most cases, when you're playing BG3, the background doesn't really matter other than getting proficiency with certain skills. But for roleplay purposes, they can. So in this case, our background is going to be that of the folk hero. You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless, saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. Which works with this character. This character is kind of like a hero, a champion for peace and the defenseless. So having this background is actually perfect. Also, it comes with animal handling and survival. So again, it reinforces the nature side and working with animals and survival. So it's too perfect for this build not to have it. So we're going with Folklore. And then our ability scores. So we're not a strength-based build, so we will invest nothing in strength. Instead, for right now, for this build, we're going to focus more on charisma, since bards are charisma-based casters, and dexterity for our armor class. All right, so I don't think this really matters, but so 16 dexterity, 16 charisma. Of course, we want constitution for health. When I do a respect, I will change to where we have more intelligence than what we have now. But right now, intelligence is not as important in this juncture. But we will correct this later on for immersion purposes. All right, skills. What do we have for skills? So persuasion, we do need good persuasion. Acrobatics, so we don't get pushed off of ledges and maintain our balance. And nature. So recognizing plants and animals and hug trees. Yes, we're a tree hugger. It is what it is. And then because we're a drow, we automatically get proficiency in perception. So all we gotta do now is work on the appearance, which is objective. See how the voice is.
Where to next?
What was the...
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
4.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope.
Health. Something just woke up down here.
I'll go at 6. Get that kind of that deep tone and deep voice. I'll look at faces. Nah. Maybe. Possibly. Not really. No. Not feeling it. Yeah. Head 4 works. It's funny how you can be kind of a brown skin drow, but these are very rare. Like brown skin drow are extremely rare, but we'll keep more to the lore of actual drow, and we'll keep dusk as our skin color. Maturity. Ah, very old and crinkly. No, we're not that old. This will work. What does freckle look like? Can't really see it on the drow, honestly. Body art. I don't really need body art. I'm not really a big fan of that. Eyes. What do we got here? We got white, white 3. Like silver, more than that. So black. So usually Longsworn drow have red eyes. There's drow purple though. Actually, I kind of like the purple, so we'll go with that. And then makeup. So don't drag me. I'm not a makeup expert. That's not my area. But we're going to work with this the best we can. I just ask for y'all understanding and not tear me a new one. Like, oh, Fan, I'm terrible with makeup. Well, I'm a dude, so deal with it. Let's see. Read now. Don't want it too bright. I don't know if I can write glossy. No. Glossy ass. How does this look anywhere else? Can work with this. I'm really curious much about the lip tints. And then the hair. What can we do with the hair? I don't mind this current one, but I want to see what options we can work with here. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, that would be interesting indeed. Oh, this would be hilarious. But nah, I don't think that would sit on a drow very well. Now I'm just messing around. All right. Interesting. But I'm not sure. I don't think usually for someone that's gonna be a fighter, they're gonna have messy hair. That's why I'm almost inclined to work with this. Like it could, I think it really works with their style. Like, this is what, gray 0, black. A black raven. Interesting. Not gonna lie, the black raven does sit well. I mean, it won't stand out from like, but you know what? Oh, that's too white. What if we do this, but add highlights? You could barely see the damn highlights, first of all. I guess with this kind of hair, you don't really see a bunch of the highlights, so it probably isn't worthwhile in the grand scheme, because I could barely see it. Maybe it's the combination of... Okay, no grains and so, let's go more of a gray type of feeling. I think this works. I'm actually okay with this, in a sense. All right. I think overall, I'm pleased with this. Let's go with proceed. I already had the name for this character, so I already have it. So you're probably thinking, why this name? Where did this come from? I actually had this constructed from a drow name generator and kind of had it put together. So the name itself has a meaning to it based on different parts of the name. So there's actually a meaning behind it. So this isn't just like some name I just like thought of. It was actually something that was put together, and I could probably send in the link to like the actual name depiction, but it's actually a name that kind of works with her story. So this was actually chosen with purpose, not just a throw together name. So Mayaenatha is our character, or you would call her May for short. Yeah, so we'll go with this. I'm not going to spend time with customizing the Guardian. I don't care too much for it. We'll just find one that just works. We can go with a half elf. That will work. All right, we're all set. So with that, we will commence the actual immersive roleplay. Interesting territory.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
I'm curious. I'm gonna investigate this pool.
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. Let me just leave it be. All right. Let me at least get a good look around the area. Oh,
Let's have a look.
a mind flayer. These crazy creatures.
Good. Another step forward.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, we got a goblin. Dead, obviously. Guess I won't be needing this. What's this?
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Okay.
A schematic of a Nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship. A feeling penetrates your mind. An anomaly, one like ourselves, unconnected from the whole. Caution.
So this character is kind of a curious person. So they always like to kind of scour around and see what's around. A tablet.
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
So we see this platform. We're gonna see what this does.
We are trapped.
Look at this sorry person. I wonder if they're okay.
Help us.
The hell?
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
So who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
I have no idea what the devil you are. I think we're past the point in saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Strength ain't my strong suit. I want to be careful about the brain, so I'm going to gently prise the brain from the skull.
The brain lifts from the skull. But you know notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
I'm not going to mutilate it. It's not really in my nature. Even though I have no idea what the devil this is, mutilating doesn't sound like a good idea, so I'm going to spare it. I don't want to do any more harm to it.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's at the helm?
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Okay. I guess, what should I call you then?
Us. We are us.
All right, let's go. Maybe you might know this shit better than me.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
So I freed a brain of some sort. And we move on. That feels like an intense battle outside.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
And who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
And what made you think I was a thrall?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Oh, we're trying to find flares. Well, something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
And we've entered combat. So it's myself, this Githyanki, I think it's a Githyanki, and this brain with legs. All right, that sounds fantastic. And I am armed with a hand crossbow. And we got 3 of these imps. What can we do? Take it one by one. I did my job. You go attack this one. Splendid.
I am fury. I am death.
Then the Githyanki can finish this off.
This is your end.
Ooh, a crit. Lovely. Let me get up close, but not too close. And nice. You won't get far.
I am fury. I am death. You
Yep.
proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Thanks,
Now,
I guess.
to the helm.
Ooh, a potion of speed. Lovely. And it's void ball. All right. Let's see what else they got. You have a scimitar. A hand axe. A light crossbow. That may be a little better to have on me right now. Actually, I would much prefer this over the hand crossbow. Actually,
If not over, then through.
what do these pots do? Oh,
I feel better.
it heals. Lovely.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
This is what we need here. Alright, so special weapons. So the rest of this playthrough, I won't be using any ranged weapons. The reason being is that Eilistraee actually doesn't like the use of ranged weapons because in her lore, an incident happened that sort of traumatized her to the point where she despises ranged weaponry. So all of her followers, especially like her warriors, they can't use ranged weapons. So like the light crossbow and hand crossbows, we will no longer use these. But bards, their starting weapon is a hand crossbow, so we had no choice. But moving forward, I'm just go ahead and use this rapier. But yeah, so I'll no longer equip a ranged weapon for this character, just for lore accuracy. But for Lae'zel, not Lae'zel, but this Githyanki, with the light crossbow work. All right. Now that that's settled, let's continue on.
Machinery. I can make no sense of it.
Let's find out. There's sigils on here.
Aggression.
Okay,
Annihilate.
interesting.
Another mystery.
Huh. So this is aggression, annihilate, and we don't know. Well, this doesn't sound too great. Neither does annihilate. Let's see what this does.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react. Man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
I need a quick word.
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
Well, that's unfortunate. Huh. Who is this person? Can we help them?
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Let's see. We look for a latch that could hopefully open this.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
You might as well be trapped in demon webs. It is not helping you. So I do believe. So like I would say this is more so a Loftsworn response. Like, oh, I can't help you. But like, this is a drow of Eilistraee. So they wouldn't just give up on someone. They would actually want to try some way to redeem or save a person. So I would say this is more like a Loftsworn response, and we're not Loftsworn. So in this case, I'll go look around. There must be some way to get this thing open.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Clearly the Githyanki is not in support of a decision, but we don't care. We want to save this person if we can. Let's look at this console.
The console appears dormant.
Look for a switch to release.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
I doubt hitting it will actually work, so we'll just leave.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Alright. Let's look in here. Oh. Another scimitar with a key.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
There's a lot. Who's in here?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Maybe we can help free her too. Let's see what's over here. Oh, let's. This console sigil.
Could mean anything.
I have no idea. Let's see what we can do.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
Straj, is this to be our fate?
Oh boy. May is feeling some kind of way about that. That's going to weigh heavily on her.
Brain in a jar.
Let's see, what else we got here? A rune. Huh.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
See if this works.
console appears dormant.
Insert the rune to socket.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Let's see if we can take a closer look at the powered up console. Let's see if we can learn anything from it. Success.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Let's see.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Ugh. Let's will the pot open. We have a strong sense, a sensation to do so. We're compelled.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
At last. Thought I was done for. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
But you got a problem with the Gith Yankee?
More that Gith have a problem with everyone else. But there's more important matters right now. Survival. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
But did you feel what I felt just before? We were in each other's heads.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
We don't really have a choice. We're gonna need all the help we can get. Alright then, let's get going. I am Mayaenatha.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
So we have recruited this person named Shadowheart. We still don't know the Githyanki's name. Oh, I got some supplies here. It's a Nautiloid tank. I imagine that helm is not going to be empty. We might need all the help we can get. So maybe it might come in handy if we bring this along. Another one.
Another brain.
Ooh, a necklace. What's in here?
Better not be cursed.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say. Who put you in charge?
I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Hopefully these two can get along well enough for us to get off the ship. Shadowheart is going to make some preparations because she feels the battle could go, there could be potential confrontations.
All's well that ends. Not
All right.
as bad as it could have.
I think we're all prepared so we can move forward.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
We need to get out of here. Now.
What's the plan? Got to press on. Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder. My path be true. Found and taken.
Leave him to me. Take this shit, or Daniel will have your head.
Wish I had a bag of holding. These boots have seen everything.
I'm ready. Gotta fetch that. Heading there.
Taking position.
Hope your soul is in good hands.
Can't give up. Have to keep going. Hurry, before they strike. I will ascend. No time to waste.
Your spine is mine.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead. Light on my feet. Pay attention! Prick thy face, villainous prick!
Got to focus. Victory awaits. Taking position. Need to act fast.
Split these intruders open. Avernus is ours.
Cutting to the chase. At the ready.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
Let's finish this. Time to strike. Make way. What should I do? On my way.
Take this ship, or Zariel will have your head.
I'll give it a shot.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
I legit forgot that my mic was muted this whole time. I was talking and no one was hearing anything. But I'll give a summary. in terms of the narrative. So basically, made it to the helm, found we were not alone with the mind flare and that it's a Cambion. So we brought some Nautiloid tanks to assist with the distraction before that Cambion was going to deal with us after fighting that, I guess, mind player, which Shadowheart willingly lit up the tanks, killed the mind flayer. Unfortunately, us was in the crosshairs of that Cambion attacking, but we made it out just before. And of course, Shadowheart, in addition to blowing up the tanks, also stole a weapon from the Cambion. For what reason? No clue.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Check myself for injuries.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Alright, so we escaped the Nautiloid intact. So now we're on this mysterious beach. And Shadowheart, who's unconscious. Let's wake her up.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
Perhaps it was some dramatically timed divine intervention?
The divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible.
What happened to our gift friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
Well, we should look for her. She might be injured, or worse.
You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Do you have any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from.
You want to stay together, I take it?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Well, we need all the help we can get, because we don't understand our situation right now. So, Shadowheart may be of use for us. and she proved useful in the fight. All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
All right. So let's go ahead and level up here. And this level up is all very important for May. So we're going to actually branch off from Bard and multi-class, and we're going to go into Cleric. This is important for the role play because the choice, of course, for deity. So let's look at cantrips. So look at my notes. So for cantrips, we are going for guidance, not sacred flame, resistance, and thaumaturgy. All of these are very helpful spells. For domain, so we have choices. So followers of Eilistraee were either of life, light, or nature domain. So we have choices to make. Well, a choice to make. For this playthrough, for this character, I'm going with life to supplement the healing capabilities of the character. So again, still aligned with Eilistraee, but we're gonna go with life over light domain and nature domain. And of course, the deity of choice is right here. Eilistraee is the goddess of good aligned drow, beauty, song, and freedom. Dark Maiden desires balance between all races and struggles against her mother Lolth's corrupt aims. Let's see, is Lolth here? Yeah, so Lolth is not actually an option. You have to be a Lolth-sworn drow to get the Lolth option for a cleric. And that's actually automatic. If you choose a Lolth-sworn drow, then you wouldn't be able to choose any other deity. You will automatically be Lolth-sworn. I thought that's kind of interesting. But there will be some dialogue choices where being a follower of Eilistraee will come into play. So for abilities, we're going with I'm gonna choose medicine and insight. Medicine furthers the healing aspect, and insight helps us to read people, which is also something that we do. Prepare spells. We're only ever going to use sanctuary because I'm only taking one level of cleric, and that's strictly for the Eilistraee deity. Other than that, there'll be no more investment in cleric. All right, so for Shadowheart, right now she's trickery domain, but I will change it up at some point if it's something that's more lore accurate. All right. Let us continue. Okay, then just get everything.
What's hiding here?
Hat. And we'll take this with us.
What's inside? Maybe I need more pockets.
We'll use some ingredients. I don't think this is us, even though it resembles it. Ooh, fish.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Shanties for the bitch queen. Interesting. And we all row with the spray upon our necks. And we all row with spray upon our backs. And we all row with the sea beneath our feet. And the bitch queen stays the storm. Wave mother, wave mother, wave mother. Lash us to the prow. Wave mother, wave mother. We ask to sail your skirt, if you allow. Wave mother, sink us if you will. Wave mother, our skulls are yours, with brine and sand to fill. Interesting passage. Souls away, anchor still, the wind won't move without the bitch queen's will. We'll wait gladly, years and days till the bitch queen brings the waves. Hey ho, she told us so, hey ho, she told us so. Not exactly sure the wave mother is, but okay. Perfumed letter. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again and keep on saying it till we're old and gray. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. Well, unfortunately, this poor lad won't be able to meet Anna. Let's see, we need all the supplies we can get.
More of those wretched things.
More of them. Terrific. Just what we needed.
Wits and blades always sharp.
Still alive, so that's progress. What's in here? How much farther can I go?
Let's see. So I count 2. Should we risk it or should we avoid them? Is there another way around? We're not exactly wanting to just fight just to fight for sake. Maybe if we come up here. Is it possible to avoid them? Alright. What's up here? Looks like we might be able to get them to slip going this route. Oh look, we made it.
Don't mind if I do.
What's going on with that room? It's unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone?
Interesting. Who are you?
Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced.
Strength is not my strong suit. Although I'm a cleric, I don't really have any bonuses to lend towards it. I don't want to leave him to his fate. I want to help. So maybe I can attune to the sigil's magic and be quiet using my bard abilities. But I also have some abilities thanks to guidance. But all right.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
I need to apologize. Are you alright?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
I was, yes.
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Go on.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, And let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
I am a cleric indeed, but I'm afraid the power to remove this parasite eludes me. I can't cure us.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Well, since we all share the same problem, I don't see the issue in rejecting him. So, yeah, we'll bring this Gale aboard with us. Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
And we have Gale of Waterdeep. So Gale by lore is evocation. Could be very helpful as an evocation wizard. Even though divination would work very well for him as well. Well, actually, divination will work well for the whole group. Definitely shield for protection. And magic missile would help a lot. At minimum, he needs these two. Magic missile would help. Sleep is effective. And grease. I think all this works well for him. Evocation only is really good when you reach level 6. Until then, it's not that strong. So, I don't know. I think divination is more useful right now. So we have Gale, and we now have Shadowheart.
Ah, excellent choice.
No one back home will ever believe this. Don't waste a step. Footprints.
Dead goblins over there.
Maybe even more
Worth
that
checking
survived
for
the
supplies,
crash.
maybe.
I have survivors. Let's go straight across. Oh, what do we have here?
Something's on my mind.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back. I got this.
There. Can you see it?
Oh no.
Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
I'm just going to nod.
Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacled freaks did to me.
You have it backwards. They took me prisoner, just like you.
Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
The Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us.
You're not one of them. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I want to introduce myself.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yes. Unfortunately, they'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Well, you should travel with me. Our odds are better.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
So now we have Astarion. Another elf to the collection. Might help. With whatever's around us. Maybe I can speak to this boar.
Away! Away!
Calm down. I won't hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me!
Maybe because I'm a drow? Perhaps. Maybe a lot of my people have been up in the surface and have killed them for food. I can only assume that's why he's very mistrusting. It's down here though. We're a cave.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Not strong enough for this.
I wonder what the next move is.
Huh. Shadow Hurricane.
Let's get going.
Hold up. Let's read this map. The stained, ragged map has passed through countless hands. A little heart marks an area called Moonrise Towers, with a small inky crescent sketched in a nearby forest. Below the crescent is a more recent scroll, Cache. And a notebook. A tattered collection of reports held together with a moon and heart seal. There is frequent mention of sacrilegious activity among a local Selunite sect.
At the ready.
Workers. Interesting. Let's see what further down we got. Oh.
Wicked little beasts. They'll down you in one strike.
It's like we've been caught or found it. Okay.
Maneuver them.
Not enough movement.
Where do I go from here?
Okay. I can't do anything. I have no ranged weapon because I don't use ranged weapons. Which is a boss fight. There you go. The power of words will compel you. Ooh, I got lucky. Oof.
Moving.
Didn't work.
All doom.
There you go. Protect yourself. You should be close enough now to hit that. It worked.
Still on my feet.
Still one more.
With haste.
Can't get close enough.
Have to keep going.
Let's see.
You fight well.
Nice.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Anything of use?
We don't really need a skull. Oh, accuracy is always useful. Let's explore the ship a little further. Potion of speed, makes sense.
There, a mind flayer, and it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
No, this isn't right. I gotta step away.
You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
I need to break free.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
I could leave it to die slowly, but we don't take that chance. In case someone else comes about and it falls victim to its powers. So we're gonna close his eyes forever.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Up this road here. Oh. Oh, it's that Githyanki that we found on Nautiloid earlier. And she seems to be trapped.
Of course it's dangerous. One of them carved up Zoru's whole squad.
So let's leave it.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them. Holy hells. Under elf.
Lay tight, Mayaenatha.
Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. They seem ready to strike. I don't really want to fight them, but I know they don't trust my kind. But it's mainly the Loft-sworn drow. Unfortunately, they don't necessarily discern between Stuttering and Loft-sworn. So maybe if I can intimidate them to walk away, that could work. So let's give that a try. If you value your life, walk away. Let's hope this works. Activate my thaumaturgy powers.
shaped a maze.
Come, Mayaenatha. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Now that they're out of earshot, sure. All right. So we avoided a confrontation with the tieflings.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
I've got a long road ahead.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
And what exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a gay tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
Yankee's a bit lacking in manners, but whatever. We're ready to fall alongside her, so we know she'll be handy in a fight. Alright, we journey together. Let's find this creche.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first.
Let's see. Right now, I trust Shadowheart because we survived a Nautiloid with her. So I trust her to be in the party. Gale, on the other hand, well, we found him trapped in that waypoint circle. He seems to be an overall decent fellow. Astarion, I mean, despite how we met, it was under, you know, false pretenses, so I can kind of understand. So wizard or a rogue? I guess we can send Astarion back.
Gladly. This circus is all yours, my friend.
Good. Our victory is most certain. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
But now we know her name is Lae'zel. Alright. Alright. Now that we have Lae'zel on the team, we can give this to Lae'zel. She would make better use of this than Shadowheart. Anything else we need to pass around? No, I think we're solid.
path lies before me.
Let's move along then. Oh, what's
Always
this?
room for more.
Try it in the mushroom. This is trail lead. Shovel.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Let's go up this hill. We can maybe get a better view of the situation going on. Appears to be some people arguing.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gate!
Oh, they lost someone. That's unfortunate. And the gate's closed.
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Oh, this turn order looks so bad. And I'm down. Yeah, this turn order was terrible. Alright. Let me take care of these people.
Taste my fury.
Down you go. And to deal with you. Good.
By sickle and sword, strike them down!
Take two.
I'm healed. Not her being too far.
Onward.
Perfect. Welcome in, CJ. How are you? was a big hit. Let's see how I was going to do this. Oh, they made to save. And that kind of sucks. Oh well. I need to heal myself. Across action. That gives me an idea though. Should be fine. Oh, that's me. You can't hit them. All right. There we go. Lovely. I wonder. Let me give Shadowheart. I want to drag them all into here. Better than nothing. Let's see.
May it please, Mistra.
Nice, the crit. That was fantastic. Oh, Aerith's in trouble.
Another step forward.
That person is not going to last very long. There we go.
on the move.
Heading there.
That did something. Feels too high.
On my way.
What path lies before me?
But you can play that game. Too far out. Not have enough speed to get over there.
You listening? Regard this spontaneous flatulator.
Oh, nice.
Let my name be known.
Gentleman's not having a lot of luck hitting anything with that blast.
Gone with the weave. Swiftly now.
Good night.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. Quiet!
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gates!
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed.
A taste of goblins to come, I fear. Must be a horde nearby.
Open up.
Defeating an enemy by insults is hilarious. Love it. Alright. So we made it out of that battle okay. Got inspiration, but I don't know what for.
It was at this moment that he knew. he fucked up.
I thought I had muted those. Thanks for the redemption. Thought I had muted them. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I thought I did it. Yeah, so moving forward, during this playthrough, you can redeem the channel points, but they will be muted. I just muted them down.
Children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
All right. How we want to do with this? Backstabbing. This feels just like home. This is definitely a Loth response. Then Bard. What's unbelievable is how you beat the goblins. You're both heroes. This sounds more like how my character would probably respond. Not going to use friends because that would make them hostile. Nope, that failed. But I don't want to use the inspiration here. It's not important enough.
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Uh-oh, site's gonna get kind of messy here. Take a swing at the tiefling? No. Aim a blow at the human, try to knock him out his back? No. We're gonna try to quell this tensive moment between these two. More violence won't bring back those you lost. Stop and think. Let's hope this one is successful. And it is.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins. We need a healer.
So for those that just came in, I'm doing an immersive role play of Baldur's Gate 3. So I am playing this game from the narrative and perspective of the character I have put together. Her name is Mayaenatha. So if you want to know more about this roleplay experience, you can do !roleplay, and that will give you a link to the file that has pretty much all the rules in play for this playthrough. But thank you all for joining. All right, so we made it to the grove. Let's chat with the tiefling Zevlor. His name is.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. I wouldn't have looked to a drow for help, but I'm grateful all the same. I'm Zevlor.
I'm Mayaenatha.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
But I have no quarrel with druids.
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
See. I need a healer.
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
This ritual, is there no way to convince the druids to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Being that she is drawn to good causes and trying to form good relations amongst all races, it's almost a given that she would do what she can to help deal with this situation. So, by all means, she would definitely take on this quest. I'll see what I can do.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense. Oh, and if it's of any concern, you're brave to walk around without hiding your heritage. I'll make sure everyone knows that you helped us at the gate.
It's interesting to have these kind of dialogues being down a drow. Even though I'm Seldarine, I don't worship Loth. Because of the general stigma around my people have this notion that we're evil, we keep to ourselves, we live in Underdark. So it makes interactions somewhat interesting.
He's not breathing! Go find a healer!
Do not embarrass yourself. He is gone.
No!
Oh, and this is the very first instance where we have the cleric of Eilistraee appear. So that's kind of like our role play for those that just got in here. Is I am this cleric, this worshiper of Eilistraee, the chaotic good drow goddess for song, beauty, and hunting. So we're playing more as like this good drow instead of the more wicked, the more crueler, Loftsworn drow that most people are accustomed to interacting with. So we'll use this option since it's aligned to our character's background. I'll say a blessing to guide his soul.
We'd like that.
No, we wouldn't. It's pointless. Someone's going to pay for this.
Arka, no, wait! What are you doing?
Okay, a little bit of breaking immersion here, but look how they have this man folded up. Like, this is insane. In any case, back to immersion. What's happening here? Oh. Looks like we were in the middle of an attempted attack. Okay. We'll put sanctuary on her so she don't get attacked. Perfect.
One can't always be a gentleman. Outflank, outsmart.
Gale with firebolt.
On the move.
Make way.
Alright. That's unfortunate. But she has sanctuary, so she won't be attacked. So she's in good hands. Alright.
Think you can take me on?
There we go. What is this? Okay, let's do flourish. That's unfortunate.
Swords meet sorcery.
And then a miss.
On the move.
Victory awaits. This is your end.
Nice. All right, let's see here.
Big guard, hot space loon. I need to hold on.
That wasn't good.
I don't fancy their chances.
There we go.
Time to strike.
Finish them off. Or not.
Poisonous necrotic appendage.
Some of these insults are wild.
Creator, destroyer.
And we did it.
Very well.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Deception is not really her thing. I don't want to deceive her. This isn't really her either. This is more neutral. I've been to Avernus, but I'm no devil's servant.
Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
This is more truthful, so we could go with this. A mind flayer abducted me, and this ship went straight to Avernus. So we could try to convince her. Grand.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you. Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
What exactly is this coin?
It's a soul wrapped up in a terrible iron package. Don't ask whose, because I don't know. I hope it brings you better luck than it has me.
Can't give up now. One day I'll catch a break.
Alright, let's come down here.
Why did this keep happening? I was joking about
Let's see what the rest of the grove has to offer.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
Oh my.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Yikes.
Take that back, right now.
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Knowing May, she would want them to stay, to be with their kin. You should all stay. A single blade could make a difference.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
You quell that situation.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least
What do we have here?
I want to have a word.
Children! The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
So you're the Blade of Frontiers, huh?
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
She would be kind of the encouraging type too. So she would say something like this line. It's good advice, child. You do well to listen.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Yeah. I think in her case it'd be kind of funny. Another escapee. Thank the gods. I need all the friends I can get.
Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Who is she?
Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm looking more to deal with this infection than to chase down some devil. I'm looking to cure this infection. I suggest we partner up.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
Let's see. Well, let's see. We could take a back seat. Maybe Gale.
Keeping your greatest weapon in reserve, eh? An excellent strategy.
Let's make this happen.
The famous Blade of Frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Now we got the famous Blade of Frontiers in our party. Let's see. X. Agonizing Blast and Devastate will be useful.
No questions? All right. I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two.
Oh. This is an interesting dialogue option from the Sildarine Drow. So for those that are not familiar with this race, Sildarine Drow, different from the Loftsworn, survivors of Loth's treachery against Corellon Lorethian, Sildarine Drow live in a scattered collection of underdark city-states, warring with each other as often as Spider Queen's cults. Many of these Drow travel to the surface in search of aid, seeking to reunite their shattered people at any cost, which is what our character is about. You must outsmart and outmaneuver. Your greatest weapon is your cunning.
Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
Can't keep the goblins out forever. This is no fortress.
God
Oh, Eridan and his crew.
Damn goblins.
Should probably get that looked at.
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlor near got us killed.
He let you in, didn't he? It could have been worse.
Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard.
I'm guessing that didn't end well.
Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone. Small mercies. Wound looks...
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts.
I'm sure.
Don't make me hurt you, boy.
Too late! Looking at you is painful enough. I think I'd make a fine teacher.
If it ain't the friendly drow. Thought you were with the goblins when you showed up at the gate. Glad you weren't. You fight well. Not like them bloody tieflings.
You fought well too. I could use some help. I think they like you less than they like me. It's almost impressive how detestable you are. Use some help. Is there a healer here?
You're out of luck. Alcin, druid who runs this place, knew his stuff. But he ain't here anymore.
Think he's got an apprentice running around somewheres though. Nadine, Nautiloid, something like that.
Do you have any idea where Halcyon went?
We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Can I look at that contract?
Job's all yours, if you got death wish.
There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts.
But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Any idea what the relic actually is?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Quite the charmer.
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
I am gonna hit a child. Don't me dare lay a finger on that child.
You threatening me?
Let's see. You're the one making threats to a child. Pull yourself together. Threatening to suck the teeth out of a child is nasty work.
You don't understand. saying the kid stole my locket. He... How the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you.
You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it. See you around.
Let's see. All right.
Remember, you have teeth and claws. Use them to fit whatever we want.
I think I'd make a fine teacher, or a baker, or a butcher.
A butcher?
Sure, blood excites me.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Eilistraee.
That forge is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Eilistraee fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Let's see your wares. Maybe the padded armor. The hunting shortbow could be useful. We are here.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Again, this is more so, more of a loft-sworn response, so we're not going to be that. Take a wool.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me. What'll I do for some salt?
She said she needs some seasoning.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
Are you an alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
What is this exactly?
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
I'm fine. Just bone where we have a difficult day.
Oh, stop! Even on a good day, half the camp acts like a bunch of screaming brats. I'm tempted to smack them all on the backside and tell them to kiss and make up. Not that they'd listen to little old me. Anyway, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Hey, bother.
see. I mean, the healing potions are about the only thing we would really like. And the invisibility potion too. But I mean, I need them right away. Okay.
Take care now, sweetie.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Over here.
You're gonna be... You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tieflin. If you ever had it to begin with.
Let's see. So, my character here, although she preaches about freedom of choice, she's also not going to let this goblin just die because somebody wanted vengeance. So I think she would step between a crossbow and a goblin, preserve the goblin. Like, she understands that Tieflin's upset, but the goblin shouldn't pay the price for it.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
You! Move!
Definitely not the intimidation option. Not this option. This won't revenge cannon. Could be possible. Could try to detect thoughts. But we don't have any modifiers to help us. But of course we have this option. Another option using our Cleric of Eilistraee. Killing this goblin won't help you. Let the gods provide comfort. So we're gonna go with this option.
Comfort! Is that what you think I'm after? Never mind. Don't answer that. Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
She's not a practice target, she's a person. If she dies, she'll take everything she knows to the grave. A goblin prisoner, her life isn't yours to take. Our reasons are my own. I feel like this would be the most reasonable approach. Like, it's a goblin prisoner. Her life isn't yours to take. Which would be the most sensible, especially for this character. Like, she is into justice and everything. So trying to kill someone that's unarmed, can't defend themselves, isn't really something that she would approve of. The bard is more so just being a bard. But given her nature, I think this appeals more to who she is than taking the bard option.
Your soft heart will be the death of us. Not sure I get that. The bars don't make her special. But fine. Whatever.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
So Shadowheart approved, but Will and Lae'zel did not. Let's talk to this goblin to learn more.
Didn't expect to see a drow in here. Did the boss lady send you to rescue me?
Yeah, she sent me ready to get out of here. No, we're not ready to deceive her. And this would probably go against really what Eilistraee would have wanted. Maybe more so, who's your boss lady?
Another drow. She's one of my best mates. Thought you might work for her. Get me out of here, and I'll take you to meet her and the rest of my tribe.
Who is this Absolute?
The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are.
What could a tribe of goblins possibly offer me?
The power of the Absolute, of course. Priestess Scut will tell you all about it, and make sure you have everything you need. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
Priestess Gut is quite the name. Tell me more.
Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
Now, we won't be helping this goblin. Bringing her probably go against our principles. Goblins belong in cages. You won't be getting my help.
Ah, come on. We could be mates.
Yeah, no.
Gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Interesting. So, she don't view Will so highly.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Congratulations. And then what you show?
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
Alright, we're done there.
I'm just sad.
Oh. Torch will come in handy. Oh, Zoru, here we go.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
I feel like our character would not necessarily she wouldn't necessarily want Lae'zel to kind of be brutish towards this Zoru. So I feel like she would want to mediate this so that there's no bloodshed or anything. Like, given how Lae'zel is, she may be concerned about potential actions she would take against Zoru should he not provide the information that he wants. So Maya may want to intervene and tell Lae'zel to kind of cool it. Hold it, Lae'zel. I'll see to this one.
You dare interrupt? Has the tadpole ravaged your senses?
Enough. Stand down. I won't tell you again.
Kichoki. Fine.
So Will and Shadowheart approves. I guess they understand that Lae'zel can be kind of cruel, a bit brutish. You can breathe again. I won't let her hurt you.
Thanks. What do you want from me?
Information. Where did you see the Githyanki?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side. And I just ran.
The map. Show me.
Thanks for your help, and apologies for my companion.
No hard feelings.
See, we settled that in a civil matter. Of course, Lae'zel has something to say about it.
The last time a subordinate questioned my judgment, I ate tongue stew that very night.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Oh, there's another choice. Ah, interesting exploring these Cleric of Eilistraee options. Such cruelty. Is your heart really so cold?
Cold? Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh. When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was cold?
Enough. Just tell me what's our next move.
The Tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
Huh? Did you say tiefling?
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run.
No, it's Faerun. What do you mean, purification?
The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
So we're finding that Lae'zel's a bit brutish, a bit cruel. Her methods are a bit strong. We'll just say that.
That orc seems a little too interested in me.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
There's something strange about this ox. What is it? You know, ordinary ox for some reason.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
There's more to you than meets the eye. Care to explain?
No, you are incapable.
Persuasion could be our main tactic here. Come on, old chap. I'm a devil for gossip. Just got it.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Moo. Tick-tock.
Funny.
Interesting.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Or rocks?
What are you talking about?
The keepers of this place, they change their form to fit their need. They become birds to hunt on the wing, bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen, only same old hay. And I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside.
Shiny bits. Tieflings put something in your hay?
Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Oh my.
The goblins out forever. This is no fortress, and we're no warriors.
Uh-huh.
Be gone. I am hungry.
So be it.
Keep your blades up.
Just once. Yeah, just once.
Let's go down here. Like a ruckus down here.
Please, let us through.
It is forbidden.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
That was aggressive.
Do all the damn rituals you want! Damn it! We could have taken those guards.
Try greasing palms. Ease things over.
Oh, because we need to get Arabella out. Now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake. Ugh!
So what happened? Why are the druids holding your daughter?
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
Horrifying. We should check on the girl.
She's just a child. The druids are overreacting. I'll talk to them.
Thank you. They won't give us the time of day.
Hurry! I'm at the end of my tether as is. Can't take this waiting. She must be terrified.
Oh, level up.
She's not our kid for nothing.
Lovely.
Keep this up and you'll have blood on your hands.
Let's go to camp. And behold, our camp. And a traveler's chest. Alright, let's level up. There we go. Alright, so we're going to take on yet another multi-class. Again, we only plan to do a 1-level dip in Cleric just to get the Eilistraee deity, which you see has paid off with the dialogue options that have come up as a result. We will get back to Bard, but a little later on for now, we're going to focus on what the majority of the class will be, and that is Wizard. So I'm taking Wizard because this will be a blade singing wizard, which fits the Sword Dancer of Eilistraee build perfectly. Like, it's exactly what the Sword Dancer of Eilistraee is in a sense. A blend of magic, sword dancing, agility, so on and so forth, with a blend of bard for the music and dance. So it's the ideal subclass for this type of character. So I'll take Booming Blade, which would be a lot stronger as we increase in level. We'll grab Minor Illusion and Mage Hand. Got the spells. Magic Missile will be very handy early on. Well, throughout the whole game, Magic Missile will be very important, especially once we get a particular item. Mage Armor. Did I get Mage Armor? No, I got Shield. Shield. Long Strider. Can't Sleep. Expeditious Retreat. And Thunderwave. For right now, we'll only have one prepared spell because our intelligence is low. Keep in mind, a wizard is an intelligence-based class. But we'll fix that issue soon. Right now, this is what we are with our character. But for the next 5 levels, I'll be in Wizard for this character. Alright. And Shadow Heart, stay as is. But we will take Enhanced Ability. Lae'zel, I'm actually going to make an Eldritch Knight. Battlemaster is also good. You can't go wrong with Battlemaster. Arcane Archer is not bad either if you're looking to make more of a range fighter. But I'm going to go with Eldritch Knight for this one. Eldritch Knight, especially with the additions made in patch 8, has made Eldritch Knight a pretty strong build in comparison with Battlemaster. Battlemaster adds more utility, but I want to try Eldritch Knight out. So, Booming Blade, and then let's see. We can go with not Total Dead. Let's see. I guess for now we can go with like not Giant Grass. It doesn't really rely on square. We'll just take something like, let's say, Bone Show maybe. Bone Show has some utility, so we'll go with that. I would take Blade Warp. I'll take that later on the levels for this build. We don't need it right now. It's not as useful. Definitely taking Shield and Magic Missile. long strider. So without doubt, we are taking darkness. And Pack of the Blade. So Will can use his charisma modifier on his melee weapons. Because we took Devil's Sight at level 2, which allows him to see in both artificial and, well, natural and magical darkness. He'll be able to use darkness as more of a defensive maneuver. So the enemies will be in darkness and he'll be able to attack them with advantage because they'll be blinded, but he won't. So this actually works out very well for him. All right, perfect. So I'm actually going to put a stop here.